Welcome everyone. We are back for another Six Flags show. Why do we call it the Six Flags show?
Because we talk about Six Flags.
And it's a show on YouTube. Every Monday until the park reopens, or maybe longer. I don't know. This week, we're going to be talking about something near and dear to my heart. A ride that has had no maintenance or kind of has been forgotten about for years. What's that ride, Caleb?
The Screaming Eagle.
The Screaming
Yay.
Eagle. Some people think it was original to the park. It was not. It came in 1976, and I believe at the time was the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world. Something along those lines. I might be wrong, but again, we don't do research for this show. Yeah. But, as a kid, this was my favorite ride in the park. Now, granted, there wasn't that many rides in the park back in the mid-'80s.
Wasn't that like 100 years ago?
It was 136 years ago. The main roller coasters they had at that time, this is even before the Ninja, they had the Mine Train, they had the Screaming Eagle, and they had the Jet Scream, which was basically one loop and you did a little zigzag and it was over. But that was the scary ride because it went upside down. And that was the first ride in the park that went upside down. Why are you staring at me?
I don't know.
So, the Screaming Eagle was my favorite. I remember I was terrified the first time I went on it as like a 8-year-old kid, somewhere in that range. Looking down at that first drop, I swear it was like 90 degrees straight down. Going on it today, I'm like, what was I thinking? But as a kid, that just seemed so scary. I've always loved it. I love the layout, everything about it. But today, we're going to talk about if we think the Screaming Eagle should remain exactly the same as it is now, if it should be refurbished or upgraded, or if it should be bulldozed, blown up, set the TNT, and let's build something different. So, Caleb, the first option, leave it the way it is. What do you think?
No.
No. Why?
Okay, every time you go on the ride, you always think you're gonna die. It's not because of the big drop or anything,
Yeah.
but it makes that screeching noise.
Could you at least put a coat of paint on it?
And it doesn't really look so, like. I always think I'm gonna die every time I go down. I'm like, yeah.
It is scary. The wood looks like it could deteriorate and collapse at any second. The paint is all chipped. The screeching,
It hurts my
oh my
ears.
god. And just the overall roughness of this ride. I can't go on it anymore, at least at the current time. It'll just knock me out for the day. I mean, almost worse than the Boss. It's just so rough, especially around those corners. This thing cannot stay the same. I don't know how anyone can even ride this thing right now because it'll just knock you unconscious. So I think the option number 2 is what we're going to go for. Number 2, upgrade this thing, refurbish it, do something. We need something done. I need somebody to go through and power wash this thing, repaint this thing, retract this thing, and maybe get more comfortable seats, and maybe a little WD-40.
What is that?
It's like a lubricant to make the not so. Oh God!
I hate the noise. I hate screeches.
In terms of the layout of this ride, I love it. It's just kind of a simple, big oval.
Yeah, I really like the layout. Like when you go up, you kind of turn.
There's
and
nothing
then you go
fancy.
down.
There's nothing fancy. It's just drop after drop after drop, turn a corner and come back. And it's fantastic. There is tons of drops in this ride, tons of airtime. But the current condition, I feel like it's just been neglected. Does anyone else feel like this? I just feel like it's been neglected. Every time I go on this ride, I feel like it's going to fall apart as we are going up the lift hill.
Like the wood doesn't even look like it's like sturdy.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, I'm sure it is. I'm sure they're performing routine maintenance and safety checks, but and that stop at the end. Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, it just stops.
It's
and
literally
then it goes.
it's a whiplash induced. You're going like 60 miles an hour and you just come to a stop right there at the end. That something needs to happen there.
It's like you're in a car and someone on the road stops like right in front of you,
Yeah.
and if you're going like
Another
60,
reason why I
it's
can't
gonna
go
stop.
on this ride. It just jars my head. It's so rough. It needs to be retracked or something. It needs new seats. Anything to at least lessen the absolute roughness of this ride. Third option: blow it up and build something else. I will cry. As much as I don't like the ride right now because I can't go on it,
Yeah.
this is classic St. Louis Six Flags. Please do not ever remove this.
It's like getting rid of the mine train.
Yeah, it's
You
just
can't get rid of
it's
this.
just it's it's been there for 45-ish years. It's a classic. People know this ride. It's different. You don't see rides like this that much anymore. They're kind of just going away from history. So please don't ever take it out. I don't want them to convert this into a RMC. I want that to happen to another ride. I want it to stay the same. Just make the track better.
Yeah.
Make it less rough if they can do that. I don't remember it being like this as a kid. Maybe just because I was a kid. But Caleb thinks the same way. I mean, it's almost made him throw up, a couple times? I mean, it just knocks you out.
Like I remember we just ate some food one
Yeah.
time, and then we were going really fast on one part, and then we stopped, and the thing like hit my stomach,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh.
And it's a
God.
cool name, the Screaming Eagle. It's a cool name. I don't know who came up with that, but
I like the name.
it's cool.
But like with the entrance and all that, like why do you have to like walk through these other? Like I don't really like the entrance. Like if you look at every other entrance, they always have like the sign, and then they
It
have
is
like an
kind of strange.
entrance.
Well, I don't know. I don't really understand why
Like you have
they
to
changed
walk
it.
like by the Superman. You have to walk. Like the old entrance, which is now like the exit, that was like
Yeah, I don't know. But if you agree or disagree, let us know in the comments. So if you have some questions or want to just have some topics to talk about, make sure you join next week. That being said, that is the end of another Six Flags show. Screaming Eagle, please do something with it because I want to ride it again. Until then, may the adventure continue.
like, subscribe, blah blah blah.
Bye.